The girl couldn't believe that a plain fried egg would cost $5,000. She scooped up a spoonful in disbelief and took a taste, only to realize this was no ordinary fried egg at all. Jimmy, curious, took a bite too. And sure enough, it wasn't your average fried egg. It turned out to be made from a mix of mango, diced pear, and wine. Then the waiter brought out what looked like a potted plant, with most of the dish literally being dirt. But the manager explained that this dish was called a growing salad. Just add water, and the plants would sprout and grow rapidly, and the whole thing was completely edible. Jimmy completely lost it. He marched straight into the restaurant's kitchen with the dish in hand and chewed out the head chef, telling him he'd come here to eat, not to be a taste tester for their experiments. But instead of getting angry, Chef Paul calmly pulled out a piece of top-grade Japanese A5 Wagyu and asked Jimmy, almost mockingly, "Do you even know how to cook a cut like this?" Jimmy shot back that beef happened to be his specialty. So Paul coolly grabbed a blowtorch and used a slow, low-temperature technique to bring the steak to a perfect medium doneness. He sliced it into 3 neat pieces, carefully plated it, and covered it with a glass dome. Then came the most crucial step. Paul lit some applewood chips and let the smoke fill the container. Smoked with applewood, the Wagyu turned out even more tender and juicy, with a subtle hint of fruity, woody aroma. Paul said Western cuisine was evolving fast, and that the whole reason he'd come back to China was to prove that Western food was still the best. Jimmy just gave the beef a sniff. He didn't even taste it. Then he swiftly cut a bunch of scallions into sections and tossed them straight into hot oil to bring out their fragrance. Next, he expertly sliced the A5 Wagyu into strips, stir-frying while carefully watching the heat. He had to keep the scallions from overcooking, while making sure the beef came out seared on the outside, tender on the inside, and juicy all the way through. Finally, he added cumin and a few other seasonings, and just like that, a fragrant plate of scallion stir-fried beef was ready. Confident as ever, Jimmy didn't say another word. He just walked out of the kitchen with total swagger. Curious, Paul tried a bite of Jimmy's scallion beef. The moment it hit his mouth, he froze completely. He never imagined something as simple as a home-style dish could taste this incredible. For the first time, it hit him that traditional Chinese cooking wasn't nearly as behind the times as he'd assumed. So, what's your favorite type of dish? Follow me to catch the next exciting clip from the movie.